What's going on? Happy Friday. Hope you're all well. AC, I see you're already prepared and ready to settle in for this one. Highly recommended from you specifically. This one has been on my list for a very long time. So much so that it was on my backlog before it was the remaster or whatever the heck, the Ultra Deluxe Edition. And I ended up buying it again because I still hadn't played it, so... it does ask you if you've played it before, so I'm assuming that does something with the content, but I basically stopped at the load because it throws you right into it effectively. So, oh wait, if I don't turn that off, I gotta turn that off, otherwise that'll surprise me next time. Because I had that actually baked into the song was part of the intro, the starting soon screen. It's a story. Okay, so what time is it? It's 9:02. Can we go back this way? Yeah, it's faster. 9:02. Here we go. Let me know how the levels are. Hang on. Where is this one routed to? Should be to this one. I want you to be able to hear it. So before we get started, can I just say something? Sure. Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you boot up the game. So I booted it up to check the settings and get the audio, and then I booted it up again to set it. Okay. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I knew you care about this experience. You're paying attention. I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whatever time you want. Even if it's not the correct time, you've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Off to a good start. Okay, this is it's nice Inception, the menu system too, by the way. Just going on forever back there. Okay, let's see. I don't think we need to change anything settings wise. We can certainly adapt it on the fly. Subtitles are on English. Everything there should be fine. Downscales for the stream, and then WASD, jump, interact, control is crouch, auto walk on right click. Okay. I already know too much. Okay, begin the game. Let's do it.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
427. Let me know how the levels are.
Number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Tad louder. We're at 10.9. I'll take it up to let's take it up to 7.5. Negative 7.5, I should say.
Although others might have considered
Let's take it up to like 5.
it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
This only would have been better if it was
one
Stephen
day,
Fry
something
voicing
very
it.
peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
This is my kind of
Never
office.
in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
what's up?
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Did we? What if we didn't? What if we tried to use the computer? My God, I can turn really fast in this. I feel like that would be great for a Twitch shooter, but not necessary for this. Okay, we'll walk out of the office. We'll do what we're supposed to. I might turn the DPI down. Hold on a second.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
This is fine. Would this bother people? Because this would make me so happy. It's the whole office to yourself. Sale this quarter. This does not make sense. Projections. The evil character there. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
was on my left.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
It
employee
was on my
lounge
left.
first,
Just
just
backed
to
into
admire it.
We can open any of these. I haven't been trying to open them.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Really is something, isn't it?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's kind of an odd framing. It's really focusing on the sky there.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Well, now... Okay, now this is just Autism
Stanley
Simulator.
sat around waiting for more dialogue.
That's
But
not
when
fair.
a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him. But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Whoops. Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, we didn't.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Oh, this way? Left? No? Okay, I have to go that way.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
What? So I was right.
No,
You-
no, not the right.
Rick.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh, I just realized I don't have my my lights on. Hold on a second. Oh. Had an orange glow in here. Okay. So why is he being such a jerk? Where are you taking me? Where are we going here? Lights. Is that one not working yet? That one's not working yet. Okay. It'll come online. Hey, Google, turn off Infinity. And sorry for any of your Googles that are answering. Hey, Google, just turn off the basement. So down here, narrator. Is where we're going. Oh, geez.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
Did I really ruin something with this one?
Trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. We're playing Stanley Parable tonight. Nothing went wrong so far. If you're just tuning in. Okay, are both lights responding now? They are. Okay, perfect. Everything's fine. I can't believe I am in agreement now that I am also shocked that I chose that as the first ending. I feel like I kind of spoiled it, and you're just supposed to do your thing the first time, maybe? But
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What can you do?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What if you do the exact same thing again?
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
Interesting.
Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, now I feel guilty for not having done it the first time. Why? This store's useless. Everyone knows what you did. They're just holding back to let you torture yourself. I need a... where is the... I need a screenshot of that.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Again?
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
What? Wait, what did I do? Did I put us in this loop? Is this what I did? Is this the timeline?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope, we can't open those. Okay. Well, this is,
yep,
it's worse.
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
We can't open the doors. I hate Mondays. Can we break this glass? I meant to hit the button to interact, and the screen went off. Should I have read that screen before it went off? Is it just me turning off the computers? Okay. Maybe it's not that big a deal. Hopefully that screen wasn't important.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
I might need to take a quick break run outside for this one.
Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Oh, my
goodness. Is this
goodness.
the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yay!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
This is so twisted.
We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Come on! Quit restarting me, dude.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I mean, it honestly not that simple. I just realized how off kilter this is. I must have knocked it. I could adjust it with the software, but like, I don't, do we follow it? It's so tempting not to. It's really, really tempting not to. I don't know. What do you think? Please follow it. Oh no. Oh no. What happens if I don't? I need to know now. You can't tell me that, AC. You can't put the please in and then follow it up with that. AC, I can't. I don't, but what happens if I don't though? Okay, if it's your favorite, I will do it. I'm sure there will be plenty of time to deviate from the line.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this.
Wait, sorry. Wait, I minimized my OBS. How did I get over there? Why did it go over to that monitor? That's stupid. Okay.
Direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Wow. I'm following the line as best I can. We're doing it. We're doing it, chat. We're following the line. This is some office
Cut the
walking
music.
Office
Go
walking
back
music.
and look at that fern.
This fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh no. Do I need to like remember details of this thing? It can't be that. No. Really? Okay, I'll be able to spot that fern. I got this. I'll recognize that fern.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again.
I ruined it.
How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay. Come on, line. Get it right, line.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Oh, okay.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
It's wild how it like how is it making
you again.
the
Stanley,
tunnels like as we
I'd
go?
also like to veto the
I'm
line
actually
from
interested
having
in the
any
tech.
role in our awesome new
Because
story.
like you normally would
No
create a
lines or
map, but
monitor
how are you
rooms.
adapting that
Just
map
don't
on the
acknowledge
fly?
it, and we should be
Is this
fine.
Unreal? Is it scripting? If it was Unreal, I kind of have an idea how to do it. But I haven't touched Unreal Engine like editing since
a
3.
choice. We get to make a decision.
2004,
From
2005
here,
maybe.
the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
I'm pretty sure he got it wrong. The confusion ending.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
Wow.
It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that
I'm
made
guessing
this
we
schedule?
didn't.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay.
We're just stuck here? Come on, narrator. What are we doing
I
to
guess
us?
now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination, so I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you do...
Why the loud noise? We can't use the computer? It's unfortunate. You got to be able to use that at some point, no? How do you not use that at some point?
All of his co-workers were gone.
So, okay, so the narrator does
Stanley
not remember.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Now, what if I do what I'm supposed to do this time?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. We kind of broke it doing it out of order, right?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I feel this. Slick blue graphics in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique. You most of all. Synergize core value expenditures. Shift global market paradigms. Monetize free to play. Oh, you pricks.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Did he say sweet FA?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
You gave it to me as an option. What do you mean you're confused?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I love that there's this many lines for this.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning. Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
The hookers are the narrator's mom.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Is that the end of the dialogue? I feel like it is. Now leave the closet and go back in. Oh my god.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I get you too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish?
Oh, thank you, AC.
You can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
I for sure might have missed that. I don't know. Maybe my sense of humor might have done a 180 and gone back in there. But I don't know. Might not have. Okay. Enjoy this closet for a minute. Give me 1 second. Actually, no, we're good. Now the narrator will stay silent. Okay. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled.
This is all a dream.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice
is very clever.
Describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Thank
he
you.
had simply
Sorry.
missed a memo.
Don't be afraid to at me on those things when I forget. Okay, so
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
you can recommend something, of
Thank
course.
goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without
Did we
having
enjoy this room
experienced
again?
this room was now too horrible even to consider.
You know what that last bit walking through the hallways made me really, really want? And I bet some of you can guess.
Yes, really, really worth it being here.
Is that
in the
PT
room.
game that never got released?
Room
I'm so
utterly
sad
captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously
that I
vanished,
deleted it from my
here you sit looking
PS3.
at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
People are actually selling those on what do you call it? On eBay with the, because you can't download it anymore, but if you have it, you
At
can
this
play
point,
it.
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Wait, for the deluxe version of this? What are you saying? This is the deluxe, the ultra deluxe.
Stanley sat around waiting but at last he'd had enough of the amazing room.
It is an amazing
room.
room.
First open door on his left to get back to business.
We went that way before, but we took the elevator down. We never checked out in here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I mean, again, we can't not try to do what the song... penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. We're going right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
You're just a
I'm not
voice in
asking
my
for
head.
me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
I was gonna say, why would you need a forklift in here? Those are the skinniest pallets I have ever seen. Like, I almost didn't notice that there were pallets in the room because they are so skinny.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No, seriously, we disabled it? Can I not pick up the phone?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh,
Creepy.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button, Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work
I'm
was
losing
a
my
reminder
mind.
that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Please press N to spend time with the boys.
So he went further.
What?
He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through
What is
either.
going on?
At last.
Why is this happening in this room with a
barely
mannequin?
even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and
So weird.
destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press G to tell your kids the story. Like, are we
It was
in the
such a
throes
wonderful
of deep
fantasy,
mental illness here?
and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
See, to tell your wife
But
you
there
love
is
her.
no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
We're dead. Pretty sure we're dead.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
We'll go down the path we're supposed to this
Stanley
time?
came to a set of 2
Or-
open doors. He entered the door on his left.
Th-
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
It's fancy. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Extreme bathrooms? Can we use it? Can't use it? This almost looks like Haunted Mansion. Okay, this game is, you know, hey, it's weird, it's twisted. What the actual is this? What is going on? Why? 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 Okay. We go up or down? We'll go up first. Nice. Oh. Stanley. I love the elevator music. This is great. What? What? They must have had fun recording this. Getting bored now. Do we have to stop the elevator, I wonder? Because even a slow elevator, like, how big is this building that we are in? Is there an achievement for letting it do nothing for a really long time? I mean, the music is still not looping. Or at least his improv on top of it. Okay, well, there's one way to find out. BRB.
Nothing but Mellotron.
Okay, well, it goes on for quite a while. Maybe we should press the button. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. We gotta try down. Okay, so while we wait for the elevator, here's a hot take. Maybe it's not that hot. It depends. Pugs are really ugly. I can't look at them. Am I off on that? They're not a cute dog. AC, we are doing new things in the Stanley Parable tonight. Never been done before. They don't know my patience. Because who, after being told the elevator does nothing, would get back in to see if the down does nothing after waiting an obscenely amount of time? You don't know. Maybe it does if. And there's only one way to find out. I mean, I don't know if we can go so far as to not recognize them as a dog, but it wasn't surprising to me in Men in Black when it was an alien. Okay, so semi-related, AC. Would you consider cats better companions than dogs? Bago! What's going on? Happy Friday. We're just checking out the elevator in Stanley Parable, seeing how low it goes. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. But point proven. Okay, I wasn't sure if you were one of those maniacs that, like, you know, I know you have cats. Sometimes it's just like, you know, hey, you're in an apartment, you got a lease, and it isn't even an option.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk
Sewage lilies?
guarded the terrible truth
By
that his
Claude
boss
Money?
had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Yeah, we don't know the pin. That's unfortunate. How come you can't play the piano? Come on. Come on. Okay, I got a question for you.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I like the look of the books from far away, but they're very flat up close. Also,
2845.
how would you get the books off the top shelf? Like, how tall is his boss? Because do you see any ladders anywhere? Usually there's like a sliding ladder on bookcases this tall. But it's just like he worked for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Well,
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
That's cool. What happens if we put in 2845 now? I can't even see the buttons anymore. Did the panel block off? Okay. Well, we did that. It's like it's PT without the without the horror part, just the psychological
Descending deeper
destruction
into
and
the
mental
building,
illness part.
Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
AC, you gotta you gotta stop telling me I was gonna walk straight. But it says escape right here. Do you see that over there? I'm not supposed to follow this? Chat, do we follow the escape sign or do we go to the mind control facility? Escape seems like the better choice here. Go mind control? AC, you're saying go mind control? Just to be clear, I want to make sure I'm not messing up. I'll give you. It felt like it started to fade to black in there. Well, I mean, to be fair, AC is the one sending us on this mental decline. So I don't know. I'm not advocating for this by any means. And if you ever do, do it with a friend. But if you ever, I don't know if everybody's done mushrooms before, but my God, would it destroy it would literally rip my psyche apart if I happen to play this game under the influence. Okay. Having said that, though, here we go.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
We've been here before.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I mean, you can hit me with it. Don't hit this button yet, kind of thing. I mean, they're pretty cool if that's the experience that you're looking for. But again, I don't advocate for that, and it has been God. It has been 28 years, 27 years, right? Yeah, about 27 years since I did. Go back to the first platform. Is there a way to walk off the platform? I don't know if there is. Okay, I'm here. Climb on a desk and jump into the void? Oh. That was a
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours, so here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. jumped on the catwalk. You should have been careful, you should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending, now it's an ending. I believe in you, I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean anything. Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
This is, I mean,
good job, you did it. Good job.
This is low key, like just borderline off being a jam.
You did it.
Like they're trying to make it sound really rough on purpose, and I think like if they just played those same chords normally and sang normally, like that could be on the radio. It was a jam. All right, man, this game is crazy. Do we take a quick web game break and then keep going? Do we keep powering through? How's everybody feeling? We're good, right? I feel like it's insane. Ace Garage, it sounded very much like I could hear influences. Very early new wave and punk. Oh, new glasses came, and I also kind of fixed the old ones, but not really technically. So I like the blue pair that I had so much that when I bought them, I was like, oh, I'm going to buy another pair. And they sent them to me with plain glass, like default non-prescription glasses. They didn't put my prescription in. They sent me the wrong, like, it's just like, it's a frame with like plastic in it. So I complained and they refunded me, and I never ended up reordering that pair at the time. So when my new ones broke, I popped the lenses out of those and popped them in the frame that I had. So I still got my blue ones in a fresh set of frames now. But this is a new pair. I want a little bit of red, so it's like black straight on, but there's a hint of red in there. I'm not used to how they grab my head though. It's a little much with the headphones too, so I gotta take it easy. I gotta ease into them. These are so much better. I love these so much. They're totally flexible at the blue part is basically super flex. So it's just so comfortable, especially when you are pushing it down with headphones. Okay, new content.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
You need the flex glasses, or there's that. I love this pair. I wish I could find another pair like it. So the blue is all like soft rubber. So like this grips the nose super well, but it's also flexible. And then the blue here is just again super soft. It's so nice. If I could like whatever that feature is described as, like I would hunt for it on every pair of glasses I buy for all eternity. So
when Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
My left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time understood true happiness. Then the feeling went away, and he felt sad again. Then it came back, and lingered for a minute or two. Now it's only half there, just a kind of, tingle. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Okay, I think with the exception of the first time that we went through here and I went downstairs.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Throw something in the ideas bin?
No, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Do you think we could wait him out? You think there's more dialogue? Paco, if you didn't see it, I'd highly encourage you rewind back at some point and check out the first time I come to this room. It should be easy to see, because even fast forwarding through it, like, you'll just see me standing in this room staring at this bucket for like 5 minutes. Nope. Okay. Very much over the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
All right. Did we go in here last time? Yes, we did. That was the elevator. And there's nothing else in here. Am I repeating? Like, is there another variation
Stepping into
here?
his
Am I
manager's
not?
office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
What was it? Is it still the same? 2845?
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
It
Feeling
is
soothed
very
and
calming.
rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into
But
the
I could use
opened
more of that.
passageway.
I pushed the up button.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
So if I go back in here and I don't jump off this time, there's a different ending?
The lights rose on an
different
enormous
path,
room
at least.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
So, if everybody's gone, who powered it on the first time I'm in here and I see it all ready to go?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building,
Oh,
Stanley's
where were we?
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley,
where was-
one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What are we, 427? Can we turn it back on? We're supposed to be right over there somewhere. Is it like our office? It's not like following us around. Right there. Yeah, okay, it's just our office. Okay. So now what? This one? Third? Is this a third platform? It must be.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
We don't get the answer to that.
No. He
Okay.
refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
That lighting is...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Console disabled. I want to try some happy juice. Give me some happy juice. Why is the third beep like that? Is it playing a song? What is it doing? What's in the console? Is it just gibberish?
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Achoo!
Oh, Stanley.
Oh, excuse me.
You didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen,
I haven't
clicking
moved.
on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Wait,
But
what?
I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's
So
30
did I
seconds
miss
you
something?
have
Was I
left to strike.
supposed to do something?
30 seconds until a big boom
certain
and then
order.
nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
It's just to stress you out. Okay, I didn't know if like that color changing thing was away. Like I wasn't particularly worried about it. Like I was gonna wait and just watch the countdown. Obviously, I didn't move around too much. This one. This one.
Hi, Stanley. Just wanted to leave you a message to let you know there's a few things I need you to pick up on your way home from work today. We need milk, cereal, dish soap, spaghetti, get a thing of sugar, some bread, and coffee beans, whichever ones you like. I'll give you a call if there's anything I forgot. Thanks, sweetie. See you tonight.
2 questions. Did anyone get all that? I guess 3 questions. Is it important? And why is she leaving messages for me at phone 434? She's calling the wrong extension. If I can access that out here. That's a rare random event. I'll take it. Awaiting input. What's the purple input? Input received. Do I just have to like keep typing it every time I walk by it? Well, we will at least come back with those then, Paco. So it's better than me because I don't know if I remembered any, honestly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What is left? Is this going to the boss's office and I got to stop doing that and look for something else? So have we explored everything up there?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
I love it. Okay, is there a crowbar somewhere? We're getting in there. We're getting in there! Is there a way to clip through the wall? We crouch just right? Maybe we back our way in? No. We're getting in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I guess you were right. AC, is it worth going back upstairs again, or have we explored up there? The boss's office has the elevator, which goes nowhere. And then the path we came down. Oh, we didn't do the escape yet, did we? We fell to the floor and we did the mind control, but we haven't done the escape option. Okay, yeah.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
It's so well done. Because, like, a lot of games that do this would just, like, you'd go through the whole motion again. And, like, it's great that it's part of the humor. I haven't shut down my... You can shut down the mind control? What's the trick there? Or should I do it again and try and figure it out?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Excuse me. Okay, so... Do I try it? Is it obvious? Am I gonna... Did I miss something stupid obvious? Oh, don't do the troll sneeze. Okay, that's what I did.
On an enormous room packed
Once
with
it's going, it's going.
screens.
There's no way to disarm
What
it.
horrible
Like you said,
secret
just
did
distress
this
you.
place hold? Stanley
I forgot
thought to
that I
himself.
did the
Did he have
sneeze
the
and said
strength
yes.
to find out.
Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's
Right there.
co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own
Employee
life in
pirates?
someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
So we have to turn the system on to dismantle it, correct?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Is it?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Am I gonna drop dead?
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
That's a good ending, right? Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. We did it. We did it. There's nothing more to find.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Where is that room that we can see, like, all the different endings? Oh, this game's great. It's great on so many levels.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Wait, what? It feels a lot like Portal. The psychological twists of it's Gladys.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, nice.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
It came out in 2013, and I'm just playing it in
After receiving critical
2025.
and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Why didn't this was on
The
consoles?
Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Hopefully it's better than the last
I
elevator.
have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
What if we don't? Can we?
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive.
That's gotta be
It's
triggering for
just
somebody.
Elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you
We'll
the
be
whole
back.
dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Again. That's different. It's a picture of the way it used to be.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Better not be your weenus. How random are the events? Are we getting lucky
You remember
here?
how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Like you, like legit. You can like rewind back and check me. I'm not even lying. Like both times we've stepped outside, out of that oppressive office into the outdoors in the game, I've like just felt compelled to take a deep breath and felt relaxed. Even though I'm like not overly tense about the game, like it's fun and it's funny, but like after that like endless hallway, and it's instantly relaxing. Let's do it collectively. Ready? In for 3. Hold and out. It's good for you. Okay, here we go.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That's cool. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. I never knew what BAFTA stood for. And I will forget it in 5 minutes. The British Academy of Film and Television Arts. Good times. The hallway split. The screens. You sitting at your desk with that photo from behind. That's not bad at all. The mind control facility. Let's begin again. The hallway split again. Okay. Trip down memory lane. Smile because it happened. The first dollar. That's cool. That dollar's huge. Wait, can you? It'd be great if you could play the game in the game. Do they actually have that? Do they have, like, is this a game that you cannot complete? Is that for real? Like, go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Man, that is an achievement I cannot get until 2030 now. That's wild. Creators surprisingly down to earth. That ending was dark. I just want to sit there and enjoy.
Je suis dans la mémorisation, c'est sur la pluie des loups, et je n'attends plus que
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable.
Oh, no!
Like this stunning triumph of games journalism.
I didn't mean to stop
10
the
out
song.
of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
These skylights are great. That's... Is that... Like, the view? Is he technically... He's not on a Mac, though, so it'd be funny if that was, if that was an Inception shot as well.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
How am I already feeling nostalgic for it when I've only played it for the first time tonight? The greatest wealth is memory.
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
Uh-oh.
What's this? What's down here? Oh, no. Oh, God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Oh, please.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Please.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I feel like I mean, I guess like there are people that can just like rub you the wrong way, but like not understanding that the narrator is the story. Like he's literally weaving the story the entire time. It is the humor of this game. You should have found that out in the time and could have just refunded it and not complained. But I have a feeling it's an actual review. I didn't read the rest of it before we flipped it down. I thought they were going to get into more. That's unfortunate. Oh, there is. There's more up here. Never mind. We are. Is he going to read the whole thing? Well, the idea of the game is good. It becomes very repetitive and boring.
Let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
It's thought-provoking only in the first 2 minutes.
It's actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I have a feeling this is a person that followed the line. Their first playthrough is doing exactly what they were told to do. And they're like, I don't want to play a game where I just do exactly what I am told to do. This is not fun. I am uninstalling. Maybe we should read some bad reviews after. I actually found some funny ones in Boston I wanted to talk about.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening.
I wish there was a skip button.
A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
He'll figure out eventually to stop talking, right?
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place?
We break the game? What happens? Is he dead? Did we catch him sleeping? Did we break it? Did we win?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their
Are
teeth
you
and
done?
said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down.
We've lost years of our life. This is like Interstellar, isn't it?
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Hello?
the end, is never 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 the end, is never.
This is so weird. That's not good. Are we gonna die soon? This is nice. Am I just standing here frozen the whole time? What? We lost the plants? They were my only friends, though. Not the button! Button, are you okay? Are you okay, Button? Because you're my only friend now. Oh, no. No, not the button. No. Button! Come back to me, Button! I can't quit you. Okay. Well, this sucks. Okay, well, I guess we're going this way. I don't want to leave the button behind, AC. Want to take it with me? I'm having a time even keeping track of like what things I've done and
All
haven't
of his
done at this point.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Have I ever gone to the meeting room and find out? I love that there's 2 plugs for it. It wasn't. It's so big that they needed 2 plugs for this neon. This is great. I mean, okay. You got
good.
me.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Is it another button? Is it a portable button?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking
It's
for.
gonna take us to the same hallway split. I'm calling it now. It's gonna take us to that same hallway split.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
They're back.
It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
The ferns. Thanks. What's with the thanks for attending my meeting down at the bottom? Please tell me that was actually a... That's actually how it signed. They signed off the meeting. That'd be great if the artist like did all this, and then the thanks for attending my meeting clip art with the Comic Sans. Jesus, that's a deep cut right there. I bet a lot of people don't see this one. That's just hiding down there in the bottom for you. The Comic Sans font with the little clip art picture. It's killing me. I can't even. Oh my god. All right. Well, the Calyx.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
This way to the show
that
floor.
if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game?
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's
I can picture it all.
possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
I think I'm ready for this. Are we feeling Jim? I'm feeling very Jim.
Jim.
Yes, you see.
Mind-blowing.
What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal value. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Jim.
We got some Jims in. Okay. I'm sorry, what were we Jimming? Jim over here? Jim this way? Do these buttons Jim? Wait, was that it over here? Like this is like a side passage?
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Epilogue. We don't want the epilogue. Please no screenshots. That rug, holy cow. Is there like something buzzing in the game? Or am I having a problem with my audio? Like it sounded like it buzzed for a minute. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. What the heck? Is that a button? You make the sound of typing when you aren't near a keyboard? Why? Why is this here? Meeting at 2 p.m. Oh god, do we have to read all the... Is it just those two? Okay. The button that says the name of the player, the jump circle, the infinite hole. We haven't done the infinite hole yet. Free, new, and easy achievement. It just works. Okay, Todd. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. Stanley Parable 2. Free achievement. Get yours. Pull the lever. Receive your new achievement. No more steps. Just works. Get yours right now. Okay. Let's do
Now,
it.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I think I noticed them, but I was only like using the interact when I was interacting with stuff. So like the sound of a keyboard click when you're opening a door handle or pushing a button, it didn't really resonate, I guess. So how do we break this? It said it was easy. Why does it lie? Won't work now. It'll work later. Lying signs.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Did we already come through here?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
This shirt is the best new feature. The end is never the end again. I saw the new content. What did we not do? Infinite hole? We didn't do the reassurance bucket? Wait, what? Where's the infinite hole? Over here? We went into that side hall, so it must be down this way. Hole-like infinity? Hole, more hole, infinity, falling. It just keeps going.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
It puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hole again.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum.
Why? It's an infinite hole. It's infinite. It shouldn't be a problem.
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole?
Do we hit or do we hit it? Do we teleport or do we?
It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel. Okay.
I did jump in
we're
again.
Back in the hole now. Did you really need to see it again? I don't know what else there is to say.
Of course,
Stanley.
jump in again.
It's an infinite hole. It's exactly what you're doing right now, but forever. There really are so many other fascinating exhibits that I've prepared for you. I really spent quite a lot of time on all this, and I would very much like to show you some more of them. How about we go ahead and press that teleport button again so we can get back to what's really important about... Oh, goodness. Well, this is rather embarrassing, Stanley. I'll be honest with you. I truly did not believe that anyone would actually stay in the hole long enough to hit the bottom. Yes, I know, I told you the hole was infinite, but come on. Who actually wants to fall forever? The hole was plenty deep. It was more than deep enough, in my opinion. Maybe it's you who likes falling too much. Maybe you're the problem.
It's a lot of butts.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
I think you need to drop infinite. I am not satisfied with mostly infinite. I'm going to be a stickler here.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. I really do have... Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to haunt. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
It isn't.
You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
I'm back. How come I can't jump? Is this the whole ending? Like, I can't, like, just, like, sit and then pick my legs up? Oh, you can only jump in the jump circle? Oh no, we're going back down! Hopefully not that whole distance this slow. Could be here for a bit. Is that what we look like? Change your perception? What the? I'm afraid to change the song. This seems like perfect for this chaos. What? What is going? This is what I'm saying. Like, if there were shrooms involved, I don't know if you'd come back from the trip. It's too weird.
Stanley!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it.
I'm still in the hole.
You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Are we gonna start syncing again? No. Wait, how do we get here?
Go on, try out some of the new features.
What just happened? We were in the hole, and then it just teleported us out here? We haven't done the bucket yet, have we? I think not.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable.
Give me the
Can you
bucket!
imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Hold on a second here. Hold on a second here. What is this bucket? What does the bucket get us? Hang on, I'm taking meds before it gets too late. Groggy in the morning if I take them too late. Okay. Okay, we got the bucket. Can we use it? Can we fill it with water and use it to survive incredibly tall falls?
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh my goodness. So what do we do? We did the button that says gym. That went away, right? It's gone. There's no more gym. They put it away. She-Ra? Bring the button back. The best part of the game. I think even better than the bucket, honestly. Figurines. Collectibles? Oh, the exit? Jump circle this map, free achievement. Button that says merch settings world champion. What is settings world champion? Steering up a research bucket, office decorations. Oh, we didn't go to epilogue. And we didn't do that. Oh, is this up here, the collectibles? That's new. Can you find them? Oh, whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
This is a weird aesthetic, and I love it. And then that abrupt shift. It's so good. It's so good. It's so stupid.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy reward.
AC, do I finish it? Do I do the jumps?
I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Or do I just leave it? Jump or leave it? Settings world champ. You have to adjust every single setting and it locks the door. So weird. Okay, I'll come back to the jump. Leave it? Yeah, I think so. Where is settings? Did we do office decorations? We came in. Yeah, we did that one. Wait, is there a spot for settings world champ, or is it just something that you do in the settings?
This.
Oh, I hope this doesn't mess anything up. Oh, you don't tell me you have to change them and apply them and then set them back. Oh, so I did all that and there's a door. Okay. Did we do this one? This was the office? Yeah. Dang-a-lang it. Wait, where am I? I'm here. Oh, should unlock the door when I find it? Okay. Do we do the epilogue? Where was the epilogue? The epilogue was in one of these side doors. This one over here?
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Was this path always here to walk up? And I just never noticed it? Oh, inverted mouse is awful. Oh, no, no! No. No. No! I cannot believe I just did that. I cannot believe I just did that. And that there is no confirmation. I cannot believe I just did that. I clicked begin the game again because I thought that's where settings was and I wasn't paying attention. Let's play some web games. It's good. I'm coming back to this. This is pretty twisted. Pretty twisted. It's really well written. It's well done. So good. I can't believe it came out 12 years ago and I managed to avoid any understanding of the game. Do we start with Bandle? Hold on a second here. Studio. Capture. Window is Bandle. Here we go. You have to set all available sliders in the game settings menu to their highest and lowest values and also adjust other related settings. Okay. I was so close. I was so close. Oh no. Oh no. 2011? Okay. Easy Part 2, 1.6 billion. Is it, is it somebody that used to know by Gautier? Shoot. It sounds familiar. But it also sounds really old. All right. You think you know it without the voice? I'm going to hit it. I don't know this. One Direction? Nice job. What renders you attractive is the clue. Okay, I'm going to do this just for the... You don't know you're beautiful. That's what makes you beautiful. That's what makes you unstoppable. That's what makes you wonderful. That's what makes you lovable. That's what makes you beautiful. That's the kind of writing I would expect. Bottom left. Front person, Harry. England. 2000. Mojo Lady Hear Me Tonight was 2000. Check me on that. Seriously, Google that. I'm almost 100% positive. Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. That was way earlier. Destiny Child Survivor. Coldplay Paradise. I'll bet money that Mojo Lady Hear Me Tonight was 2000. They were like playing it nonstop on the radio when I was in Paris. In which album was this song released for the first time? Just straight up One Direction? Dang it, Up All Night. 125. I don't know these songs well enough to... I don't think I know any of these songs. I've heard of... obviously I've heard of Katy Perry, and I think I've heard the name 21 Pilots before, but I really don't know. Turns out it was Katy Perry. Identify another song that uses only these instruments in its chorus: drums, bass, and electric guitar. Definitely not Frozen. Kings of Leon. Hey, we did it. That wasn't terrible. Released 2001? No. Oh. You know what? I was in Paris in September 2000 and then again in February 2001. So it must have been the February trip that I heard it on. Or they were playing it like when it was like pre-released. Oh, I don't even know. I was close though. I bet. Can you get more specific on the release date? Was it like by February? Because I'm pretty sure if it was 2001, it was out by February because that's when I was there. Okay, get your eyes ready because Thrice is bright. It's so bright. Every year on Sunday after Thanksgiving, the town of Armonk, New York, has a festival and parade in honor of what fictional character? This Sunday after Thanksgiving? I don't know, Krampus. Jimmy Durante's final job was narrating a 1969 TV special that also featured Paul Frees as the traffic cop. I don't know. Inspired by the success of Rudolph. Oh. In 1950, Gene Autry recorded a song about what? Thumpity thumping ice golem? The Abominable Snowman? Wait, what? How is this in honor of what fictional character? What TV special? A song about what thumpity thumping ice golem? What? Is it Frosty? I don't know. It is Frosty. Okay. That was the music video. Thanks, Wikipedia. It was released June 19, 2000. So I'm talking about. I knew it. I thought it was 2000. Okay, we got Frosty. A plant tendril is also known by what other name from the Latin for curl of hair? A plant tendril? That's not a root, is it? Technically, airplane contrails are full on clouds of what wispy type? Shit. Cirrus? Referring to Latin American palm tree Eurycurus? What cloud type? Okay, so we did good there. A 1 and a 2. Let's get a 3. The earliest of Buddhist scripture. I could put music on, huh? The earliest of Buddhist scripture. Where is music? Lo-fi house. Okay. No vocals, though. No. Sorry, no. Hold on. That's not what we want. I mean, it's okay, but it's not what we're looking for. Okay. Good enough. The earliest works of Buddhist scripture are known as the Tipitaka, or in English as the Pali what? I don't know. I do not know. Ryan Kelly shot his Pulitzer-winning photo of the Charlottesville car attack using what brand of camera? I mean, Canon or Nikon. Canon it is. Oh, did I put 2 ends? The earliest probably Canon brand camera, and Canon in D. King Charles holds this position at the University of Wales and Archbishop McElroy at the Catholic University of America. What is it? Oh, headmaster? In the Star Wars prequel, Palpatine schemed to replace Finis Valorum as Supreme what? Chancellor. Christian Soccer holds this position in Austria, Frederick Merz in Germany. Okay. Famous for its Riesling grapes, the Wurzburger Stein Vineyard in the Franconia region of what German state? Oh my God. I don't know German states. Anybody know German states? I'm gonna skip. I don't know German states. Originally hailing from Nuremberg, bratwurst is among the greatest culinary exports of what Southeast German state? You gotta give me something else. That famous 15th century beer. Oh, in the Reichsstadt came from German state. Beer purity law is Bavaria. Bavaria. Bavarian purity law. Okay, we got out with 1 point, but we got out with no wrongs, which is awesome. Bavaria. Bavarian beer purity laws. Which is why Pilsner is just like 3 ingredients. It has to be by law. Okay. That was a thrice. Did we global? We'll global. We're here. Play the globe to play. And do we turkey? I don't know. Has turkey been burning us? I don't think we've been in North America yet. Let's chance it. We're gonna go Cuba. And then what if we go Brazil from there? Brazil is warmer, but it doesn't look warm. I did. Warmer. 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 Has Russia been it? Russia is cooler. Okay. Don't tell me it was Turkey this whole time. Oh my God. Why didn't I go with Turkey? It's like when you have the best starting word in Wordle. And you were like, no, I'm going to do something different today. And it was that word. Like that was just the thing. You should have just guessed it because it was the thing. Literally could have been bordering off of my first guess that I've done every other night playing this game. I've started with Turkey because it's right there smack in the middle. You can go to Europe, to North Africa, to the Middle East, to Asia. Like, it's such a great pivot point. Okay, so Greece. Greece is cooler. So what is immediately south? Does it share a border with Iraq? Jordan? Syria? Okay, well, that sucked. Israel's down here, doesn't share a border. Then again, I also guessed Jordan, which does not either, so. What is this? Is this? I don't know what this is. Azerbaijan? Because isn't this Kazakhstan over here? Okay, so we did global. I should have gone. That Turkey will, like, unless it's actually Turkey, that we're not getting a better start. So, okay, what is this? What is this? Why are all these air purifiers there? What is this? Is there a Jack the Ripper movie? Tim Curry? Right, isn't that his name? Clue? Rocky Horror? I don't know this. Is that Bob Cratchit? Is that the dude from Shaun of the Dead? What the heck is his name? Why can I not think of it? It's Jekyll? How do you spell it? Can we throw Hyde in there? No? I don't think so, Kong. Jekyll? Is it, do you have to, is it like Dr. Jekyll? No? I don't know. I think we skip it. It's not me. It's not for me to guess. Burke and Hare. Top 10 titles for guest number 4. So people were thinking Sherlock Holmes. I never look at this. It's funny to see what other people were guessing. Let's do a random. I feel like it gave us this random movie already. Random movie. She looks familiar. I can't place it though. Was she on Seinfeld? Can't Spare a Square? Is this the remake of Clash of the Titans? Got it. Yeah, I gotta see if she was in Seinfeld. Okay, box office game. This one's gonna get tricky. It can go either way. 1997. New Line Cinema, 12 million gross in the weekend. January. Not a lot of good movies in the theater. I guess there's a little bit left over from Christmas holiday, but okay, let's see. Wait a minute. What's up here? Walt Disney 121 million. I'm pretty sure I know this one already. 1997 big Disney movie. Tom Hanks. Shit. Gonna be 101 Dalmatians? I thought it was gonna be Toy Story, but maybe that was 96. Okay, New Line Cinema. What is our clue? Tagline. He's an angel, not a saint. John Travolta. What was John Travolta in the 90s? Because he was in Pulp Fiction and that horrible Battleground Earth or whatever it is. And I'm pretty sure this is not it. John Travolta and Andy McDowell? He's an angel, not a saint? And William Hurt. John Travolta? I'm just revealing. Tabloid reporters are sent by their editor to investigate after the paper receives a letter from a woman claiming an angel is living with her. I don't know. Tagline. Okay, is this TriStar? TriStar. 12 million, 83 total. Everybody loved him. Everybody disappeared. The journey is everything. Tom Cruise. Everybody loved him. Everybody disappeared. The journey is everything. Penelope Cruz. Shit. Renee Zellweger. What was Tom Cruise in with Renee Zellweger? and Cuba Gooding Jr. Is this is this Jerry Maguire? It is, okay. Every love, never disappear, journey is everything. Okay. Face Off? No, the Travolta one. Face Off would be Nick Cage in the second slot, and there's no Andy McDowell or William Hurt in Face Off for sure. Miramax, 10 million on its way to 40. Someone has taken their love of scary movies one step too far. Solving this mystery is going to be murder. Nev Campbell. Just straight up Scream. Scream was good. '20th Century Fox, 6 million on the weekend, on its way to 32. She was having a perfectly bad day, then he came along and spoiled it. Michelle Pfeiffer. I cannot think of 90s Michelle Pfeiffer. And George Clooney? Oh no, I don't know this. We didn't get a guess on the... It's not Face Off. We know that for sure. So we didn't get another guess on the John Travolta one, right? I wish I could get tabloid reporters. Whoops. Oh, no, don't. Okay. Tabloid, I back buttoned. Tabloid reporters are sent by their editor to investigate a paper receives a woman claiming an angel is living with her. She was having a perfectly bad day, then he came along and spoiled it. Michelle Pfeiffer, Mae Whitman. Reveal all hints. Melanie Parker, an architect and mother of Sammy, and Jack Taylor, a newspaper columnist and father of Maggie, are both divorced. They meet one morning when overwhelmed Jack is left unexpectedly with Maggie and forgets that Melanie was to take her to school. As a result, both children miss a school field trip. They're stuck with their parents. Two adults project their negative stereotypes of ex-spouses on each other, but end up needing to rely on each other to watch the children as each must save his job. Humor is added by Sammy's propensity for lodging objects in his nose and Maggie's tendency to wander. That's a lot of plot details right there. But I'm ready to give up on these two. Like, I don't know. A clue for give me a clue for the John Travolta one, please. That would be great. I'll take clues. Andy McDowell, John Travolta, and William Hurt, directed by Nora Ephron. It's all names I know, and not a movie I would watch in 1997, especially. Like, Andy McDowell's great. She's great in Groundhog Day, and I love Travolta in, I will say Saturday Night Fever and Pulp Fiction. Name that starts with M. I like you clarified it's a human name that starts with an M. I'm gonna give up. I'm gonna give up. I cannot place this. I think if I had thought about that for a minute, I might have got there, because I have seen this now that I am reminded. And then what is this one? She was having a perfectly bad day that he came along and spoiled it. I'm gonna give up as well. Melanie Parker. Okay, so Michelle Pfeiffer, George Clooney. One Fine Day. I don't think I know of this movie's existence. So today was not the best day for the box office game. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Disorderly. Sort these things by when they were created, starting with the most recent. Iron Man comic before the song. Miss Pac-Man would have been after both. Dustin Hoffman, the actor, before any of those. Michelin Man. I'm going to go before Pac-Man, but after Iron Man. And then Burning Man. I like this. I like this order right here. No! So, when was Dustin Hoffman born? Or more specifically, I guess, when was the Michelin Man born? That's what it was. Michelin Man throwing us off. Everything else was okay in the order. So, Michelin Man 1894, get out. Get out. No, Iron Man was 60s, and Dustin Hoffman was born in the 30s. Iron Man, the song, wasn't until the 70s. Miss Pac-Man was the 80s, and Burning Man was 86. But I did not know Michelin Man was that old. That really threw off the whole thing. But I slid it to the bottom immediately. It was my first choice to move. We ready to get hungry? Cornmeal, butter, sugar, eggs. Milk is optional, as is the vanilla. This dish is a traditional sweet treat enjoyed during special celebrations. It features a dense, crumbly texture with a rich, buttery flavor profile made from a simple mixture of corn flour, sugar, butter, and eggs. Golden color, unique shapes. Mexico. Ice cold! Ice cold. It hurts my chest. Cornmeal, butter, sugar, eggs, milk, vanilla. Spain. We're warm with Spain. How warm are we with Spain? Balakume. Borders, Greece. Wait, it's not Turkey, is it? Don't tell me it's gonna burn me. It burned me twice today! I should have started with Turkey. Wait, I said Turkey and it's Albania? Did I click the wrong thing? What just happened? I gotta go rewind this back now. What just happened? I hit Turkey and it... Wait, did I run out of guesses? Was that my last guess? Is that why? I was so confused. I didn't realize. Okay. Okay. This looks... This looks like me trying to get into my warm-ups from last year. Ran out of guesses. Okay. Pork, beef, water, egg, egg powder or fresh eggs, dry milk, salt, sugar, sodium nitrate, black pepper, cardamom, nutmeg, garlic, and mustard. Dish is a type of cooked sausage consisting of primarily finely ground pork and beef. Tender smooth texture, typically encased in a synthetic casing. Often used in sandwiches. Versatile, mild tasting protein suitable for various culinary applications. Let's start in Germany. So not Italy. A versatile, mild tasting. And we're not talking bordering. Estonia? They would have taken Belarus, Armenia, Georgia, Estonia, Moldova, Latvia, Russia, Lithuania, and Ukraine. So apparently this is a former USSR.
Doctor's sausage.
I just wanted to hear the AI, the voice say that.
Doctor's sausage. Doctor's kaya kalbasa.
That's...
Doctor's kaya kalbasa.
I don't think that's how it's pronounced, voice. Reveals after two guesses, spaghetti, garlic, onion, olive oil, red pepper flakes, parsley, Parmesan cheese, salt, and black pepper. That looks nice. Simple yet flavorful pasta, olive oil, red chili flakes. Italy. It's spaghetti!
Spaghetti alio e olio. Spaghetti alio e olio. Spaghetti alio e olio.
What if I ordered that? What if I walked in the restaurant and asked for spaghetti egg olio?
Spaghetti alio e olio.
You think they'd bring me the right thing?
Spaghetti alio e olio.
Okay. We can check that out after. Okay, there's one more new one I want to check out. Tight end Marcus Poland caught 35 TDs for his AFC team from 95 to 2004. I don't know. The Bears. No longer with Boston, this forward led the Celtics with 27 points during their Game 7 win over the Bucks in the 2022 East semifinals. Marcus Smart? He wasn't a forward though, was he? No. Who the hell is who? I don't even know. Since 2000, there have been 4 sweeps in the Eastern Conference Finals, of which this team has been on the losing side of 3 of them. It's got to be the Maple Leafs. No! In 64, this is awful. Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman founded this billion-dollar footwear and apparel company. 1964. Phil Knight and Bill Bowerman. Nike. We got one. Is James Corden, right? These are so tough. I regularly get one of them. You think it's Penelope Cruz? James Corden is correct. Penelope Cruz is not, unfortunately. Discontinued in the 90s, the big bucket of spaghetti was an item served at this pizza chain. Who the hell would serve the big bucket of spaghetti at Pizza Hut? Man, oh my goodness. Ed O'Neill, Katie Segal, Christina Applegate, and David Osseo played the Bundy family in this Fox sitcom. This is what my contribution to the culture is tonight. Married with Children. Grossing over 200 million, the 2009 documentary This Is It followed the preparation for a concert residency of this musician, Michael Jackson. See, I'm not good at the sports stuff or the celebrity mashups. We always get one of these wrong. Luke Combs covered this Tracy Chapman song, Fast Car. That was the one, you answered 5 questions incorrectly. You want to retry one of them? Yes. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is it? Who is that? I've never heard of that Kung. Where is full leaderboard? Few correct answers. Jennifer Garner. Crazy. Okay. NFL, he played for the Colts. Grant Williams. Carolina Hurricanes have been swept 3 times. And then chain restaurants was Little Caesars. I probably could have guessed that better. I thought about that for a minute. Okay, one more I'm going to check out tonight. That's a new one. Just to see. So this is called this sub mode is Urban Stats. So there's all these stats about urban life and populations. So this one is Junks to Stat. So which has a higher percentage increase in population weighted density from 2010 to 2020? I can't imagine a lot of people are moving out to Ohio. Did I say Ohio? Idaho? And then I said Idaho and Iowa. It's, I guessed wrong either way. Doesn't matter. Which is a higher percentage of residents who are non-citizens? It's got to be Oakland. Okay. Which has a higher percentage of people who are renters? A district in New York or in Texas outside of, oh no, Louisiana, Shreveport? So maybe that is like right on the border. It's got to be New York. Which percentage, which is a higher percentage of workers employed in the construction industry? It was Jacksonville. Which is a higher percentage of workers employed in sales and related occupations? Urban area in Utah or Miami? Miami. Okay. We didn't do terrible. It was all right. Oh, I checked out the retro stat today. So this one is where you go back and you're presented and you try and guess like which question people got right more often. It's weird how they phrase it. And then there's an infinite mode, but this could be really fun to throw into the mix as well. So I think that is the case that we will add that. But that's all for tonight. What is today? Today's Friday. Maybe we're back for more tomorrow. I'm assuming there's a lot more we can explore, but AC, ping me on that. like, subscribe, all that jazz. Wishing you well and a fantastic Friday evening and a good Saturday. If I don't see you, have a good weekend. Enjoy yourself. And until next time, remember, take this little gem with you.